Shout out to everybody here on the live getting ready for this Bitcoin masterpiece. We've already traded it up and down this morning. Some crazy ups and downs already today. I can't wait to show you what this market has in store. There's a lot going down. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's see. God bless. I'll see you in 8 minutes.
Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love. Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love. 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 Spread your Spread your love. And hear what I'm saying now. Spread your love.
Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. We're at it again. Another beautiful day. Hope you're having a good time out there. Shout out to everybody here on this beautiful, beautiful earth, beautiful world, beautiful universe. Man, I'm excited to be alive. There's opportunity out there today, and I know it's out there. And I believe we're going to find it. If it's out there, we're going to find it. We're going to get it. Shout out to everybody here. Got a haircut, feeling fresh, feeling ready to go, feeling younger. Shout out to Jose at the barber chair, man. Hooked me up. My man. God bless you all. So look, looking at BOOKMAP, not a lot of liquidity. Some down there at 86,008. A big chunk at 85. They're trying to tell us they're going to bring us back down to 85.5 for BTC. That's what this says. But hey, I've seen huge pumps when that has happened. So it's not 100%. It doesn't mean anything is 100%. It just adds to what we're looking at, where the liquidity is. There's a bunch of liquidations down at $85,000. Are they going to get us? Only time will tell. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin. I can see it right now. You can see it? Can't you see it? You can see it, right? I saw it immediately. Watch this. Delete this. Actually, first I'm going to give you the trade that I gave to my trading group already this morning. We already nailed it. NASDAQ coming out this bull flag to the upside. I see the NASDAQ booming and headed to 20,507. BTC on the 15-minute time frame. We nailed this call to the upside here. Wow, Bitcoin's actually starting to get a big pump. But earlier this morning, I put out a call for the 15-minute right here with a stop below that wick. You're still in the money if you took that trade. I sold that wick because we got a huge pump. But you're still in the money if you sold that trade. That thing is money. Last night, I put out the head and shoulder with a move down here. We did dump, then double bottomed and pumped back to the upside. Off the double bottom at 86,315. That was about 4 in the morning. We also crossed the 1-minute Tutoring May, which gave you the entry around 6 a.m. today, right there at about, actually even 9 a.m. there was an entry right there crossing the Tutoring May on the 1-minute time frame. That's my known signal. Right now, I see a bit of a flag that I may scalp right here. That thing looks ready to rock. Let's head over to BITUNIX. That's where I do my fast scalp trades because you could just get in so fast and easy, right? I can go here, boom, open it up. I don't even need to see the risk yet, right? Now I can make the flag. Only on BITUNIX can I do it so fast. We're running a campaign on BITUNIX. Jump on it today. I can't wait for you guys to figure out how sweet and easy BITUNIX is. Look at that. I just made my stop loss, my take profit, and I got to get down on the trade. Boom. Make 250. Risk 115. Not my favorite style, but there you go. I like this inverted head and shoulder type of vibe here for Bitcoin. So right off the bat, just opened up a trade here on the 1-minute time frame for a bit of a scalp. Bitcoin getting a bit of a pump. I like the action that we're seeing. Good chance we could get a continuation on this move to the upside. I just want to make sure what's going on over here. My shirt and my tie kind of go together over here. A lot of dots. I asked my wife to do my tie, shirt, and pocket square today. I thought she was better than me at it. She was all fumbling around a little bit, but she did all right, right? She didn't do too bad. Definitely haven't worn this ever before. Definitely a new look on the show. I got enough looks. We could do 100,000 looks or more. I don't even know over here. Hey, I told you I'm the king of 3%. We're already up 4% over here. You never seen someone make 3% as fast as me over and over again. I'm the king of 3%. We ain't a bear. We a bull over here. Hey. I got to keep you going. I got to keep you entertained. I got to keep you going, baby. So yeah, this looks like it's going to pump to the upside. I saw the flag. I looked at it for 1 second. My mind saw the flag, and it looked like we could pump because the 15-minute was juicing. And so far, you're in the money if you took the trade with the lifer. That's how you make $30 in under 2 minutes. To the upside, baby. To the upside. BTC, the bigger target is 88,131. That's the measured move here of this flag to the upside for BTC. Bitcoin flying 87,833 on the trade. To the upside, baby. To the upside, man. What a day it is to be alive. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We're going to delete everything. Get rid of the spaghetti over here. We're going to clear your mind, clear your thoughts, let you see Bitcoin from the top down so you can get a clear, concise idea of what's happening for BTC. First, we're going to look at the monthly because the monthly closes in a few days. It's going to be an indecision doji. That can be a reversal doji on the monthly. I talked about how the monthly is consolidating. Likely we maybe consolidate 1 or 2 more months before a bigger pump to the upside for BTC. And I talked about how you know you're in more of a super cycle because the monthly has never consolidated before. We've never seen a bull flag on the monthly in Bitcoin's history. You can kind of say this was an elongated bull flag in a way, I guess. But you see what I mean? Like, we never really made a bull flag for Bitcoin. We made it. There's a cup and handle there that broke out. There's a cup and handle there too. I call that cup and handle. I actually have it documented in a profile. Crazy. called the day we were going to hit 69,000. I was off by like, oh, this one here, this cup and handle. But that was a cup and handle there too. We did show that cup and handle many times on the channel. The monthly looks interesting, but look, we never consolidated like this. And that's a bull flag on the monthly. So it tells me that the monthly's getting ready for bigger moves. It's consolidating for bigger events. It's gearing up. It's getting itself top tiered. You know what I mean? Like it's, do you get what I'm saying? For instance, a coin just comes out, right? And it's on the 1 minute chart. And then it comes up and it makes a 1 minute flag. That's how we know to trade it, because it consolidates on the 1 minute. Now the monthly here has never consolidated like this, but it finally did. That tells you can grow on the 1 minute, so it tells you can grow on the monthly too. You get it? Understand? I hope I'm getting through to you. I hope you understand, picking up what I'm putting down here for BTC. Still a sketchy moment to trade. A lot of ups and downs on this Tuesday, acting a lot more like a Monday morning here. Monday actually acted like Tuesday. It was just a sweet, easy day to trade. And that really happens. We woke up to gains on Monday and they continued to take gains all day, or into the morning. And then I didn't really trade through the rest of the day, but it was a big day. Point is, it was a good day of trading. One of my bigger days in wins, and I'm not going to give it back today if I don't see what I want. And that's a good thing about making massive gains. It almost makes you not overtrade because you're like, I'm not giving it back. Shout out to everybody. If you want to jump on into Bitcoin Las Vegas, I would love for you to hit this QR code and sign up. Ooh, sign up to Bitcoin Las Vegas right there. And hit the QR code. You'll hang out with me. We'll go to the Venetian. It is at the Venetian. I've booked a room there. We'll be hanging out, chilling, going to dinners, having a blast, talking crypto. If you want to hang out with the lifers, go to Bitcoin Las Vegas, or it's going to be a blast. We also are doing a $150 class this month. It's this Saturday. It's in a few days. All right, $150 for all my knowledge. Get a 9-page PowerPoint that will teach you exactly how I trade, what I look for, the 9 steps that I look for before I get into a trade, and how to maximize my profits. All right, go jump on into that weekly. The weekly starting off like it wants to boom. Again, our bearish scenario is that, I don't know, it will fake out on the daily and turn back around. But our bullish scenario is this is a bull flag beginning to form on the weekly, and it's getting ready. It could come back down and test the bottom of the channel one more time. One more time, right? But it could come up here and come right back down one more time before it broke out, and we could see 72,000. So just, you got to be open-minded here, everybody. You got to be okay with things happening in a way which you're not sure, but trading it no matter what. See, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to say it right now. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Okay? I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but I do have a high probability they're going to continue to print money over time. We know the Ginny Foundation, and we talk about what they do there and how they print money, right? So over time, so I just want to go over my thesis here. Why do I buy Bitcoin? Because they print money to zero. And they've been printing money the last, the average lifespan of a fiat currency is only 35 years, which means these events happen way more frequently than people realize. All right. Fiat currencies, thousands of them have gone down the drain. Look at this. And I like to show this every day, even for me, the billion dollar mark in Germany, the Zimbabwe $100 trillion bill. In your country, one day, there's going to be a $500 bill. I'm just saying, right? Money printing is wealth theft. They're going to continue to print your money to zero. That's what they do. This is the plan. It's already been determined. Get out. Buy Bitcoin. Stop playing games. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but this is the way. It's time to get out. It's time to get out. Bitcoin with the nice pump back to 87,790. Fast and furious here. That's weird. Wait. What's going on here? Okay, I'm on the USD index. I was about to say, yeah. The all-time history index tends to be a little different, but wait, hold up. I'm on MACD at 759. What's going on there? That's weird. We see some arbitrage here on BITUNIX, right? Like the prices should be as high as they are on MACD. Let me take a look here. Yeah, we're at 6. No. I guess the futures market is behind the spot market today. It's a bit weird. Doesn't always happen, but today it is. Today it is the case. All right. A bit awkward though. Anyway, let's continue with the top-down analysis and not have you, But look, this is it. You're getting tighter inside of this flag. That's eventually going to likely break to the upside. I feel more bullishness than bearishness. You're above the 200 MA. Look for that to pump. That's another trade. Entry right there. Stop loss below the 200 MA. And going for the target at 88,899. That's a scalp on the 1 minute time frame. That is a scalp on the 1 minute. Only have to make 3 out of 10 of these to grow an account. People get really too crazy, but their risk management isn't in position. Ready to rock. That's a beautiful trade right there. Anyway, you could take it if you'd like. It's up to you. It would have to fit your educational style. Never copy anybody on YouTube. It's got to fit your educational style. Maybe get the education with me, and if it makes sense, take the trade. If not, stay away. All right. How would you execute this trade? Simple. And look, we're on weeks right now, ready to rock. I got the weeks trade open right now on the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour looks like it's going to break out to the upside out of this kind of tight channel. So I'm long on that. We're up about 5%, 46 bucks. We'll see where that goes. I can open up 2 separate trades. Look, I can go to the 1 minute. This is what I like about weeks. It lets you do, if you go up here, isolated, separated, I'm going to make a separated scalp here. This is so cool. Look. Something's going on with the mic? The mic is going in and out? Why? Really? I can't hear that. Did you talk to Jamie? You talked to Jamie, though? You talked to Jamie? Did you talk to Jamie? I know, but like I'm in when I'm in this mode, I'm in a very high pressure mode. Yeah. Something going on with the microphone. I can't hear it. Maybe it's just too high. That's all. Maybe you're okay there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep moving. My system is great. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Rave Song Records. I'm going to keep moving. I don't got time for the nonsense. I really don't. Let's keep it. Let's make this money, man. I don't got time. All right. Yeah, refresh. YouTube doing something funny. It's a YouTube issue. Yeah. Yeah, it's a YouTube issue. It's nothing to do with me. Okay. I'm intense when I'm working hard, man. You don't want to be in front of me when I'm in my high intense positional. Like, I am honed in on the charts right now. I don't have time for distractions. I'm a heavily focused individual ready to rock out. Like, I don't have time for the nonsense. I appreciate everyone looking out for me. That's all it was. God bless you all. Let's go. Let's get back to brass tacks here. I'm about to open up a trade. I don't have time. Okay. 87,465 here on the Scalpelino. 13 for 18. No, that doesn't make no sense. It's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. So it could be, yeah, but 16 doesn't, hold on. Okay, yeah, if you come closer, yeah, no, you're right. It is 7-to-1. The key is make the stop loss below the 200 MA, though. Maybe the pause helped me from getting into this trade. Maybe I got to wait a second here. God always protects me for everything, so, you know, amen. Yeah. My whole point is whenever when people say things, Jamie is my number one. He's like my go-to head of operations. Like, I trust Jamie with my life. All right. Okay. Yeah. Hidden as a troll. Thoughts on XRP? Oh my God, Jamie, you're funny. So I'm actually going to wait on the scalp. It looks like, I'll wait on it for a second there. If we get the bounce back up and we get like an inverted head and shoulder in that little spot, let me get back to my bigger time frame. But see how quickly you can get thrown off from your focus, man? It's so crazy, right? So back to brass tacks here on the weekly time frame. We have hidden bullish divergence. I've talked about it for days. I talked about it when this candle closed right there. I talked about it there. I've been talking about it for about 3 weeks now. Every single day, sometimes twice a day, right? We go over it over and over and over again. 87,005 psychological support of resistance as well. All right. Okay, cool. So swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Very interesting. and then oversold in the stochastics RSI. Tells us something is brewing here for Bitcoin, right? I mean, I'm just, and then you pull the Fibonacci and you get that 618 golden pocket Fibonacci retracement, and I mean, just boom, right there to the 618. So absolute lovely. I mean, I love that. I've traded this model probably 50, 60 times on a macro scale and made boatloads of money on using it. So I got to tell you, it works, and it works well. Shout out to the people. I need those likes up to the watchers. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Somehow, some way, they played games with my audio or something. I don't know why. I try to kick people out my stream, but it doesn't matter. We will prevail. The most consistent YouTube channel in the game. I don't know why the algorithm doesn't just... I've done more for YouTube than almost any other YouTuber. You think YouTube would come to my house and freaking send me a bouquet at this point? I've dedicated my life. You know what I'm saying? I've dedicated my entire life. No days off. Anyway, Bitcoin getting the pump back to the upside here on that small time frame. Let me jump back in to weeks here. And yeah, it's looking pretty nice now. It's weird, man. I had it all set up. It's one of those days, right? There it is, though. There's the trade right there. I already have the trade. I mean, it's a good size trade. 97 for 500. I like it. And look, it'll open up a separate trade here. All right, once it gets locked in. Bang. And now I got two trades. They're separate, completely separate of each other, which is pretty fascinating. I've never been able to do this. Usually the trades combine. And so now I can scalp the one while I'm riding the other time frame. And you can only do this on weeks right now, presently. Maybe you can do it somewhere else, but I know it could be done on weeks for sure. So I can scalp the 1 minute while I'm in the bigger trade. It's pretty awesome, man. And that's why I use weeks. Weeks, every single exchange I have has something unique to it that I use it for. MEXC, lowest fees in the game. And USD pair on Bitcoin, so I can trade Bitcoin with collateral. Bang. Can't do that here on weeks. Boom. I can do the quick stop loss in and out on BTUNIX. Bang. I love that. Sign up to BTUNIX today. We're running a campaign on BTUNIX. All right. If you sign up to BTUNIX today, we're running a campaign where you get extras that you don't get if you just signed up without my link, right? If you deposit $100, trade once and get 20. Deposit 500, trade once and get 50. Deposit 1,000, trade once and get $200 VIP for the month, for 1 month. All right. And then if you reach 100K trading volume within a week, you get 15. Within, 500 within the week, 75, 1 million in the week, and 5 million in the week, you get $600 in bonuses. And if we get all the way up to 500 million in trading, the prize pool will increase to 20,000 plus a Rolex, man. So I'd like to see someone rock that Rolex. Sign up to BTUNIX. The link is in the pinned comment. The pinned comment is at the top of your comment section here. We make it very simple. Just click on there and you can go to BTUNIX right there and jump on in. Everyone, we're also running a trade competition on weeks, which is, but we'll talk about that in a little while. We're going to see if the lifers can beat the other teams, right? If we all combined can have more trading volume and a better P&L than the other communities. I think you got banter on weeks. We got a bunch of people. Let's see if the lifers can step it up. So today, if you go to this link right here, you can register. Now, if you're already part of my group, you just got to register, all right? And it'll slide you right in. So hit this link and register to MEX. Oh, no, wait. That's a MEXC link. The weeks link should have been pinned there, guys. No offense. I mean, if you're going to run the campaign, right? So anyway, you kind of ruined me there. Hey, but there's a link in the description to the weeks campaign. But yeah, things got to be done correctly right on the bat. Otherwise, you can see how you miss an opportunity there. So anyway, moving up to 88,950. And, anyway, I'm over it now. But it's a missed opportunity for sure. 88,943. Everything matters to me. Every little bit, every little detail, every little thing matters. Sean, fix that pinned comment. You should show the weeks in there with BTUNIX. All right, MEXC could go sideways for the day. Thank you so much. Replace that pinned message. Thank you so much, Sean. Look how great Sean is, though. Look how about my team, man? Attentive and amazing. God bless you, Sean. Thank you. Hit the link to weeks. I just want to see us throw our weight around and beat these other guys, man. I know the lifers are a powerful force. I want to bang on them. So sign up to the weeks competition. All right. We're going to compete against the other peoples, baby. All right. Sign up to the weeks competition today. All right. I can't wait to see you in there. All right. Back to brass tacks here for BTC. We opened up 2 trades already. We got them cooking. We opened up the long. We opened up the scalp. Right now, the scalp is down 30. The long is up 39, the bigger one. We'll see what happens. We're scalping this little flag. I don't know why it's not remembering. Usually Weeks remembers everything I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing it on another screen somewhere, but... So right now, hold up. I'll delete all my work here. Little all over the place today. One of those days. But we're getting tight inside the channel. That looks like a beautiful... That's a bull pennant, man. Like, that's ready to pump. That pumps like 90% of the time. There's a high probability this is going to break out. Stop loss below the 200 MA. I mean, that's my model right there. A beautiful bull pennant above the 200 MA with the 1 minute, with the 21 day moving. And again, we could easily just get stopped out, but that's what I call Chow Bela. Hello, beautiful when it comes to a trade. I mean, it just looks ready to rock. So there's the trade. You can see I'll even move the take profit up a little bit to 88,900. But that's the trade with the stop down there. I'd even have the stop pretty dang close. Should be below the 200 MA. You can hover. I like it. I like it. 87,700 for Bitcoin. So I'm in a live trade right now. This is the entry right now as we speak. Stop loss below the 200 MA. Take profit to 88,900. This is a live trade right now as we're speaking. The entry, the stop loss, the take profit, all given in advance for free every single day here. I don't hold back. I'm the nicest guy you've ever met. If this breaks out, you'll be like, dang, Sam. Thank you. If it doesn't, you're like, dang, Sam, how come you lost me money? No. But anyway, high probability this does play out. You almost got a little bit of a shoulder ahead. You see the inverted head and shoulder there? I do. We've got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, a cup, and a handle. That was a money printer right there on that wick that you could have nailed Master Friend style. Shout out to my buddy Master Friend. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole crew. God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right, so we gave you a live trade right now. Nobody does that. They make you pay for live trades or signals or whatever they call it in their trading groups. I give you the sauce every single day. I propel you to greatness. I push you all the time. We don't take days off. We're here every single day. We show you the strategies, clean and true, tried and true every single time. All right, back to the brass tacks here. Let's finish this macro technical analysis. Sometimes I got to trade the micro, though, while I'm giving you the macro. So oversold, ready to go. We gave you the Fibonacci. That's not a coincidence that you went right down to the golden pocket inside the wick. I told you we've seen this story before right here where we had swing up to swing up. And I've done this before. That's why this ain't the first rodeo. And you can see we wicked right into the golden pocket too. Again, right there, we wicked into the golden pocket. I thought that a coincidence with low stochastics, hidden bullish divergence on the RSI as well, as this went monumentally down. And you can see this went to the upside, right? So we've seen this playbook before. The last time, though, it was 4 years ago. So I haven't seen this model for 4 years on Bitcoin. That's why you want to join a trading group with a guy that's been trading for 20 years in the markets. I've been trading since I was 24 years old. I'm 42. I was even buying and selling some stuff on my phone when I was in my 21, 22. I wouldn't call myself an actual trader, but I was getting in. Bitcoin pumping 87,940. So far, the trade's starting to rip and do damage exactly like it's supposed to. So weird. Weeks was always remembering all my stuff. It's now when I come back to it, it's not remembering the stuff I've done. That's never happened. I'll give it a reset maybe. But yeah, that's rare. That doesn't happen to me. Look, that trade's already up $141, ripping to the upside. Now we're up a nice, 200. Imagine if you made an extra $200 after you came home from work, just scalping the market, doing your thing. How would you feel? How would it be? What would happen? Unbelievable, right? Extra money through trading, understanding the sauce. Wow, we just gave the perfect trade just there. We'll see if it continues, but it did break out. See, it broke out, and we want to see if this thing continues now on the breakout. Above the 200 MA is how I play, baby. It tells you that the trend is back in your favor. 88,009 would be that target. And that's what we're doing. Stop loss below the 200 MA. It's a very simple way to trade. I do it every single day. You guys see me do the same stuff over and over and over again to the point of no return. So here we go. The weekly looks great. Let's move on to the 5-day chart, which had a bullish engulfing candle. And it was coming in strong on the 5-day. That closes in about 1 day and 10 hours. Love to see. The 3-day chart, strong again, a bullish engulfing. You could put this red candle inside of that green candle. That is bullish. You can see there's support now at 83,008. Bounce. Bit of an almost inverted head and shoulder type of vibe. And that moves us to the daily time frame. The daily was in a falling broadening wedge. I started mentioning it was in a broadening wedge somewhere here, remember? I only saw like 2 or 3 other traders talk about it because I'm telling you right now, there's so many more patterns than people realize. It takes you years to understand all the patterns. The Adam and Eve, the broadening falling wedge, the Livermore cylinder, the this, the that, the that, the this. And look, the daily above the 200 MA, it just putting up, getting in with a stop on the other side of the 200 and letting this rip is something that is just a very, very healthy way to trade. I do it all the time. I absolutely love it. The daily 200 MA is very, very strong. If you can show support above it, it's very likely you're going to continue to pump to the upside, right? So trading that daily 200 MA is the key to me for massive gains. It really is. Like, I do it a lot. It's been making me almost a lot of the gains I've been making recently. Every time we bounce up above a 200 MA, once we're above the daily 200 MA, I trade the 4-hour and the 1-hour 200 MA, the 50-minute 200 MA, the 1 minute. When we're below, I trade the bounces below and I short the market. You see? But down here is short status. The trend is down. Look, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. We're in an uptrend right now for Bitcoin. 87,933 BTC. Wanting to get the pump to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. And I like when you're above the daily 200 MA. That tells me that there could be fireworks for sure for BTC here. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin because we're above the daily 200 MA. I talked about it here. We came back. It was a fake out breakout. They brought us below. They got us back above again. I went long again. Remember yesterday I made $4,000 already, right? Off this idea. Now we're back at it again and we're holding above the 200 MA. This is a bullish sign. This tells us that the smaller flags are likely to play out. All the bullish ideas are likely to push. That flag we put out on the 1 minute is likely to pump because we're above the daily 200 MA. You understand the trend is now in our favor. The 200 MA tells you where the trend is. When you're above it, that's a bullish trend to the upside. I like what we're seeing here with the 21 curving. Same thing here, 21 curving up. This looks good to me. 8-hour time frame looks like it's going to pump to the 200 MA. Look, there's a cup and handle here. Let's talk about why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy, Samuel Cup and Handle. I'm named after an actual trading signal. It's pretty crazy, right? But this is a cup. That is a handle. The 4 hours above the 200 MA. The stochastics are low. I see a massive pump coming for Bitcoin. Headed up to about 93,005. So 93.5 looks like the next target for BTC. We've broken through liquidity. Again, I know nothing but the fact about ignorance. This is just probability. Maybe we dump to the downside in the next 5 minutes. Maybe there's a black swan and we dump. There's no guarantees we're going to pump to the upside here. This is one step, one day at a time. I'm just trading probabilities. I know. Look, at the last time we got above the 4-hour 200 MA like this and we came back to the 21, it was a wick and we ripped to the upside. One right there. Right there was a still good rip, even though it may be not a huge continuation. It was still a huge rip. So 1, 2 times that we got above the 4-hour 200 MA. 3 times right there. Right when we got above it, you open up a stop. You open up a long with a stop below it. And that would have ripped you. You never would have been stopped out. Right there, too. Another one. Boom. That one was small, lackluster, and then came back. So out of 5, that one pumped up. That one was but still, that one pumped up. That one pumped up. This one was huge. This one was huge. Huge. Buying above the 4-hour 200 MA can be very advantageous if you do it right. Look, we're at 88,100 already. We just boomed to the upside. I just put $100,000 into Bitcoin, and that thing may be $200 immediately. Like, this is crazy. I'm up 260 now that fast on this buy because it looked like Bitcoin was going to rip to the upside. This may be another one up 300 now on the move for BTC. Put the stop at 87,000. And then you could move that stop to protection if needed. But look, another 290 on the trade. Just continue to bang on them. And I like what I'm seeing here on the 4-hour time frame for BTC. This is a longer term trade. I'd like to hold it till tonight and make a couple racks. But bang, man, I'm teaching you guys how to get it. I don't know if it's the fasting. The clarity is just insane. Look at the pump to the upside we just had. I just gave you this trade here, and we are booming to the upside. Another 250, 90. Now we're up 350 here on these positions. Stop losses now go above break even. We can't lose the trade. Above break even. Remember, we got 2 separate trades cooking. 2 longs going. I'm going to take this. I usually take this smaller scalp down $200 in a few minutes. But it's likely that this could be one of the bigger trades throughout the day that just continues but I'll pay myself. You got to learn to pay the trader. I'm going to take 200 to pay the trader. Right about there. There we go. Look, I'm moving my stop loss into position, so when the trade does go back, if it does. Now, again, we may continue to pump. I never get stopped out. I've been using the wicks, and you'd be surprised how many times a wick of the 1 minute won't get you. Like, you could pump off that wick. I'd love to get taken out here because I'd like to get paid. Pay me my 200 and we'll call it a day. I just showed you how to make 200 in under, like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Locked in and loaded. I do this all the time, almost every single day. If the market's ripping and roaring, I'm going to find the liquidity. We're going to take it. Look, there's a chance I don't get stopped out. You never know. Very highly likely. Why? Because we're away from the 21-day moving average. Price action should tap me out here. Come on now. Take me out. There you go. I got taken out the trade with a nice win. There's another win. Banging on them, man. Banging on them to the upside every single time. It does not stop. It does not stop. Heck, I could even take this 150 off the table too. Just keep paying yourself. It's all about just constantly getting paid. Ooh, what's happening there? How am I? Hold on. I got to get to the 1 minute. I should just hold this long term. I got the stop loss to break even. I can't lose now. Let this thing fly. Let this thing fly. Let it fly. But see how I'm paying myself? You can't hold every single trade. I got to get every trade. Oh, it's going to go up, and I know it's going to keep ripping, and I sold. Oh. Newbies beat themselves up every time they sell a trade. It keeps pumping. Long-term traders get happy that they took profits. See, it's about your mentality. You got to change your mindset when you're looking at the charts. So important that you're focused on the mindset and what's happening in real time here. So, bang, look at this cup and handle on the 4. So yeah, so the daily brings us to the 4-hour time frame, which brings me to this long. So you can see how I come to my confirmations of trading. Like, I look at multiple time frames before I make an idea, you know, and that looks like it could pump further to the upside. Very interesting. And if the 4-hour could continue to pump, right? How did I get signed out of BITUNIX? I was just in there. How is that possible? So weird. Well, a lot of weird stuff is happening today. I don't get it. I don't get it. I was just at BITUNIX. I was signed in. How did I get logged out? Anyway, I'll log in real fast. Just give me a split second here. So remember, we're running a trading competition on weeks where we want to see and throw our weight around, see if the lifers can win the competition. I really think we can. I really think we can. We trade more than everybody else. We're on the markets all day long. We stay so focused. Who's going to beat us? Who is going to beat us? So sign up to Weeks if you want to jump on into a trade competition, or if you're already in Weeks, just hit the link in my pinned comment to the Weeks trade competition. Like, hey, we would have probably won today. We already beast moded it live on camera, baby. Look at this soul trade I put out a week and a half ago, up 65% on 90 bucks, you know. Just showing you don't need a lot to win a lot. The key is not to lose, though. This looks like it's going to come down. I'm about to just take my 160. I'm going to take that. It was a fast scalp. Ooh, look at the bounce that just happened there. Unbelievable. Exchanges make their money, so learn and practice to take money from them 100%. 100%. Hey, they provide a service. If they weren't there, then how would you trade, though, right? I mean, at the end of the day, they provide a service. Look, this is the flag we put out. That thing is mooning. And remember, we put out this trade for you here, like so. Invalid verification. Yeah, you're right. You were right. You correct over here. That wasn't the right one, huh? I don't know why I got a lot of weird stuff going on today. Look, there's a little flag. I've seen flags like these play out. It's all about low stochastic, 21-day moving average. And we continue to roast these shorts to the upside. Look, they don't even have the liquidity. They're hiding liquidity. But look, there you go. We got a roaster right there, 88,490. On our way to stop those shorts out. The shorts are about to get squeezed, baby. Short squeeze. And look, I'm still in the trade. I can't believe it. They didn't stop me out of that trade. I stayed in the trade. I thought I was... Oh my gosh. Everyone, I thought for sure I was taken out. So this one could continue to move now. Look at that. I may get lucky on this one. It may just continue to roll my way, baby. Sammy, cup it handy to the upside, baby. And I'm not, I'm covering myself. I started making way more money when I started saying, hey, come get my stop. Isn't that crazy? Another thing, I want to teach you about something that I did yesterday that'll change your mind. It'll change your mind too. Funny, MUBARAK is something that's trading because it's Ramadan, and it's soon Ramadan will be over in 5 days. MUBARAK is pumping. I see it on Deck Screener. I saw it at this tight little channel. Right now, it looks like it may actually, it could dump even the way it's curving there. But I'm watching it getting tight in here. Possibly 100% gains to 30 cents for MUBARAK. And when you go to the website, they're like, we got the billions. We're going to pump it. You never know. The Arabs got a lot of money, man. So, and, Dubai, all that, man. There's a lot of money. A lot of Muslim people got that bread. So, the Sikh, all that stuff. Ooh, they might come get me now. 192. See how we kind of... I'm going to pay myself. See, I don't mind paying myself. I'll take that 180 right off the table. And you saw me make another 380 bucks. And I already cuffed early this morning on the 15-minute. Just took a clip. I could not be greedy. Go right to this wick and just see if this wick will hold. Call it a day, right? What you're looking for is just to make some type of bullish flag. Looks more like a double top now, though. What a scalp, man. I can't believe we just scalped the 1 minute the way we just did. And I'm a pro, man. Yeah, Tim Waltz called the bottom. Yeah, on Tesla. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That guy's so whack. It's ridiculous. Imagine being that whack. Such a strange man. I mean, that guy. I called the bottom for Tesla too. I talked about buying Tesla a few days back at this bottom area in the buy zone. I still believe this is a beautiful buy zone for Tesla. Tesla was pumping. This was just a direct attack of the stock. It came back inside to exactly where it's going with higher lows. I'd X that out like it never happened, looking to get sideways and continue to pump. The weekly's oversold. I see Tesla headed to 676 by June of 2026. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, Crow got some good news. Kronos got some news working with Trump, right? Trump said they're going to run an ETF or something going on. So you got True Social, Trump Media talking about Kronos. And look, I mean, that's your weekly bottom. I believe firmly that this is a great place to accumulate CRO. I won't because I don't think the returns are that great. Like 10 to 21, I guess. And it will take probably like 5 months. But I do see it headed back somewhere to 21 cents by July of 2025, maybe sooner. All right. Hit the like button, everybody. Let's get it going. Let's get it cooking. Come on now. Hit that like button. So they snipe me right there. But they still made the flag. The flag is still intact. Interesting times to be alive. The 4 hour looks good. The 4 hour looks like there may be some bigger pumps coming here on the 4 hour time frame. I like what I'm seeing on the 4 hour. So that 4 hour may get busy to the upside. I like the 4 hour, So right now I'm going to go to the USD pair. I'm going to trade the 4 hour on USD because I already just took profits there. I love this 4 hour. It looks like it's going to cook. It may come back to the 21, but that looks... The way the Stokes look, and again, it could easily double top and dump on me and lose the 200. And if that happens, I'm out of the trade. So what? I like using the 2 to May because it's definitive. Whether you're bullish or bearish, above it, you're bullish. Below it, you're bearish. You get above it, you got to take it to the upside over here. Eh? So here's a trade where I don't even need a pattern. I need nothing else but the 200. I just trade the 200 to liquidity. Where's my next big liquidity spike? Right there where the wick hits at about 94,780. And that's it. And then I put my stop loss right there below, the 21 if I can and the 200 MA. Simple as a simple does. These trades I do all the time. No, I don't have to think at all. My subconscious mind fills in the blanks. And 85, 778. Now we already started to win pretty good today, so we don't need to get too crazy. 780, 85, 7. 85,778. Yeah. Boom. And once we crack that 87 again, and the trades have been going pretty well, things have been going smooth. And again, it's 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Every once in a while, I do like 10,000 for 30,000 or something crazy, but it has to be perfect. The sentiment has to be right. The predicament has to be right. You don't want to be giving back what you got. Little by little on this one. All right. You can have small scalps, big scalps. But yeah, there's a chance for a bigger pump. So here, back to the macro technical analysis. The 4-hour looks great. As long as we stay above this 200 MA, we're going to pump so hard. And we're going to get back into the 90s. I see 93,000 coming. 93,047 looks very, very likely. Yeah, so I'm overly bullish here for BTC on the 4-hour time frame. I like what I'm seeing. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But I've used this strategy so many times in my life and it's played out. So I gotta stick to what I do. I can't change it up so fast. Now, if Bitcoin pumps, a lot of altcoins will pump. They'll follow. Solana will follow. Litecoin, you're going to get a movement in almost everything. So prepare. So look, we looked at the daily. We looked at the 1 hour. We looked at the 1 minute. We didn't just, we were on the 1 minute before all this happened, right? We already traded scalps and sold local tops. I mean, it's insane what just happened, right? It's 10:54. Do you even realize what just happened on the show? I don't even realize what just happened. Like, we just did a lot. Like, how did we do all this? My mind moves at the speed of light. This is insanity. Like, we're giving macro trades, micro trades, left, right, all over the place. This is insanity. We're taking profits in front of you. We're moving stop losses. Like, this is crazy. I just used multiple exchanges at once while I was juggling balls like a juggler. This is what I do, baby, and I love to do it. 88,000. Let's go. 88,000. Let's go for BTC. I know we can do this all the way to the upside, baby. 88,000 for Bitcoin. Let's go. So you see that I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Let's look if there's a bearish scenario here. The 1 hour could come to a double top. Possibly make an M pattern and dump in our face. Here's the bearish scenario. We come up here, we make a beautiful double top, and the M pattern dumps on us. We get rejected. We lose the 4-hour 200 MA. That could happen, everybody. This is the bearish scenario for the day. I am overly bullish, and I'm trading bullish, but I also see that there could be a bearish scenario for the day. It's just something that we always have to be open-minded to. All right. So that's our possible bearish scenario. Things don't go our way. We would have to lose the 21-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame, which looks unlikely, but that could happen. So we're watching this flag break out on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. We're seeing the 4 hour break above the 200 MA, the daily break up of the 200 MA. These are very bullish signs for price action. And we get the continuation and the fall through with low stochastics. I'm telling you, baby. Boom, boom, boom. We could get all the way up to 93,435. We have to get through this resistance at 88.5. That's going to be the key. Once we break 88.5, look for the retest of it and the push to the upside. We got above the high volume node. Up, it looks like you can go all the way to the value area high there on the VRVP. I like what I'm seeing. It's falling into place. The pieces of the puzzle are snapping in. Lois, I think I'm gonna grow a beard. Hey, Chris, go to your room. My name's Peter Griffin from Family Guy. That's right. Whenever I watch the Crypto Lifer, I always sit down and have a nice, smooth beer. Bang, bang, bang. And shout out to everyone. Follow me at Crypto Lifer 33. Grateful to wake up to another beautiful day. Life is incredible. Surround yourself with those who see it that way. 100%, man. I got the haircut today, man. Feeling fresh. Bang, bang, bang. Ada Lovelace. I thought I put out this something to Twitter, though. Yeah, right here. Look at this. I love this. I'm coming back to the lifer after 2 years. He was right about everything, man. Just saying. That's what they say. It is what it is, right? That's what they say. That's what the people... He came back after 2 years, man. The lifer was right. I've been watching the guy. He ain't playing around. He's not playing around. All right. Now, this could, again, anything could happen. Never be too overly bullish here. Anything could happen. All right. I had a dream last night that Bitcoin ripped to 300K and my portfolio did a 4X, a matter of hours. Very vivid dream. Isn't that pretty fun? I've had those dreams. They're great. Then you wake up and you realize it didn't happen though. I'm on the 4-hour chart. I'm on the 4-hour chart on Bybit at 2 MA is a very different place. It's a long way above price action. Then you don't have the 2 MA. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah, something's wrong. Amen. Yeah. You're probably using the 200 EMA or something. Yeah, or you're using the 9. You're using the wrong. I don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Amen. Sam, I just made my first positive trade on the scalp using your link, man. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I had a dream last night. God bless you, bro. We all have dreams. Your system is amazing, period. Shout out to Angus McKinnon. God bless you, brother. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. If you need a barber, I know the best barber in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, who makes house calls. He fades people up at their homes, all their yachts, wherever they like. And he's in high demand. He's not going to drive 3 hours, but I appreciate it. I mean, I wouldn't want him to either. I got a great barber, man. I found a really good guy yesterday. He's going to be my dude now. Shout out to Jose. If you need a good haircut, the barber chair, Jose got you, brother. Just go right there and click in, and you'll be ready to rock. We need the Bitcoin trading bot, Sammy. You don't need anything. God gave you everything you had. Yeah, so you know what? It could be Restream. Someone said the sound just blasted up double. So crazy. A special thank you for being so humbling. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. 88,000 for Bitcoin, baby. That's all we need. We stay above 88K and our dreams to 93,000 can be fulfilled. I'm in the Sammy Cup and Handy here. Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Target is 93,487. Let's go. Hey, man, I took the long on the daily from yesterday and it's still valid. 100% it is. I only get a haircut when it's looking good. I didn't hear anything wrong with the stream. Amen. Thank you. Appreciate that. 88,040 for Bitcoin. Started these pumps back to the upside, and you know I'm bullish on this 4-hour time frame. Sammy the Bull on the 4-hour, baby. And then this initial trade is now I got the stop loss to break even, and I can't lose. Right? I love these, man. I love these. Do I have a BITUNIX trade open? I'm like, must have just had the wrong, like, you know, you do a lot, right, when you're running and gunning the way I am. Yeah, we still got the trade open. It's a, you know, can even move that stop loss to break even, right? Why not, right? Can't lose the trade. Always protect. Always protect. Stop being greedy. Everyone's so greedy. Be greedy about your purse. That's what you should be greedy about. Everyone's greedy for gains, but they're not greedy to keep their money safe, right? Like, so they'll risk it all. And they'll look back and be like, damn, I got nothing left. Well, you didn't take it seriously. You just kept throwing money in the wind. You thought that was cool. It wasn't cool. Stop getting liquidated. Start paying the trader. Get in a habit of paying yourself. Pay the trader. You're not here to not make money, man. We're here to make money. Bang. My stop got triggered at break even. That's okay. That means you didn't lose any money. Start looking at that as a positive. Start looking at the positive things that should be positive, right? We don't want to beat ourselves up for no reason. There's no reason to be doing that. We got to stay in position, all right? We got to stay in position. Bitcoin booming, 88,100. We're starting to get the push. The daily wants to run. Everything wants to run. Today should be a big day, baby. So far, the probabilities are in our favor to the upside. We're going to have fun on these altcoins. At about 11:15, we're going to start ripping through altcoins and send in your super chats for TAs and deep dives. And the show changes now. We've got a cornered Bitcoin. So look, the altcoins, total 3, the entire market cap of all the altcoins. But actually, is this total? Yeah, this is the entire market cap of all of crypto, right? This flag alone is a cup and a handle that says it's going to 4.92. So far, it broke out, the pullback. Nothing has changed. That pullback was just in a part of the cup and handle moving. It was part of a macro bigger cycle. Everyone got freaked out. We came back to the 618 golden pocket. We have hidden bullish divergence. It's the model. It is the model. This is the money printer, which is crazy, right? Me and Master Friend realized we were doing the same thing. Like I said, I used the Fibonacci retracement with the hidden bullish divvy. He found the 786 and called it the money printer. It was like one day we were like, whoa, we buy the exact same signal. We just called something different. We were both just completely like he didn't know the cup and handles. He found me. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. But that's why you work with hardcore traders. You'll both find something to give each other. That's the key. That's the sauce. That's the love, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'm your host, Samuel James Price, the crypto lifer. They call me Sam Price, 1 E and it's same price. So I was born to trade. But look at this. Total looking beautifully on the weekly with the hidden bullish. I expect to move up to $3.74 trillion and then a continuation to 4.84. The next leg is upon us, my friends. The next leg is upon us. Love it, man. Reciprocity is the real currency. Yes, it is. 100%. I love that you said that, and it really is, though. It really, really is. Reciprocity is currency. It actually isn't the new currency. It's always been the currency. People have just been lost. Amen. Thank you for having us, sir. Thank you for having me, good friend. And God bless everybody here on the live. How many people we got on the live? We got 2,077, of course, on the 77. You know when I check something, it's on the 77. 2,077 concurrence, 580. Imagine you had 2,000 people watching you on a stream. Imagine how hard I had to work to get here. Imagine how many days I sacrificed to get to this 2,000. Man, you people are awesome because you guys gave me a reward for what I did every day. If you guys didn't watch this stream, then I would show up every day for what? Man, we went to 500, 1,000, 1,500. Then we hit that 1,000. I remember that November, right when my mom passed, we hit 1,000. Tristan Tate, maybe you go viral on Twitter. I went viral on Twitter. Tristan Tate responded to me. He follows me now on Twitter. It's crazy. I know, people don't believe me. They're like, no, he doesn't. He does, though. Some of the biggest people in the game follow me, man. And I guess, other people are like, oh, we don't want to be my team's like, we don't want to be a social. But we follow each other, man. You can see this. And he doesn't follow a lot of people. He follows like 1,000 people. Look, follows you. For whatever reason, the Tate brothers know the top G's in the game. All right? When the Tate brothers follow you, you know you're a top G, man. The original currency and life force, we might all be rich. And again, I don't really, it is what it is, right? I'm just letting you know, man. Everybody knows the lifer, baby. So total gets all the $4.84 trillion. That's the key level that we could be getting to the upside, right? So that's what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at total 3, the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. What you were doing to realize it was real, realize, recognize real, needing positive vibes. Amen. Right. When will be the bot available? You offered back in November and it still is not available. Just saying. I never offered anything to anybody. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, come on, man. Don't be weird. Yeah. Honestly, I am not in charge of the bot. It's not my bot. And it's a group of people that keep telling me, we're going to have it open. We're going to have it open. We're going to have it open. And I keep saying, okay. And every once in a while, I dabble it and show you guys it. So it's nothing to do with me. So please don't disrespect me or you will be removed from the live stream, removed from the trading group. I don't want anyone negative near me. I have such a good life with positive people in my life. If anyone's even somewhat catty to me, I remove them, man. I live a life where I don't need anyone to do catty with me for any reason. So if you're going to be catty, please be gone. Amen. You know what I mean? I just don't have it in me to deal with you and your negative energies. All right. Just be lucky that when the bot comes out, you get a chance to get it. And be grateful that I actually have a bot for you that actually might play out. Like, don't you think you should look at it like that? Instead of being a disrespectful, I'm oh, man, I love y'all, man. You people are too much sometimes, though. Or the people, not you people, but the people. Like, the people in general, right? It's just crazy. And man, what a run-up we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It was like alt season. 5 weeks straight, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, like 15 weeks of pain, right? But I mean, look how beautiful this is. Previous support is resistance. Weekly support is huge. Like, when you come to weekly support, it holds very nicely. It's a very well-known area to vibe off of. And so that's why I started buying ONDO, SWI, Bitcoin, when the Fear and Greed Index got to 10. And this is a version of a cup and handle. We call it an ascending cup and handle. It has a higher right side than on the lower left side. The cup moves up. It's an ascending cup and handle. I've coined this term. I don't know if anyone else uses it, but I do. It doesn't have to be right. I made it up. All right? Everyone's like, wait, does that follow regular TA? I made it up. I make my technical analysis up. If it works for me, it doesn't matter what someone told you is right or wrong. Understand? Become a visionary. You don't do what everybody else does. You create your own things on your own terms. If you sit here and play with the charts over and over again, you can find very, very unorthodox ways to trade that no one else trades. But you'll know it works because you've backtested it, you've used it, and you see that it happens. I do use the traditional. Let's be honest. There's hidden bullish divergence here. There's a Fibonacci retracement. Like, it's beginning to build that edge. This is my edge. I get in when I see an edge. I don't have an edge in chop, but I have an edge right here. Support or resistance. This tells me that the altcoins are about to blast to the upside. Right? The altcoins look like they're about to blast to the upside. Dude wants a bot. We all want instant gratification. Learn to trade like a real G. Lifer knows 100%. The bot makes little money for me. The bot makes very little money for me. I have to put 100 grand in it to make $100 a day. It's not amazing. It's not going to be your savior. You're going to have a lot of money for that bot to work for you. It's for a high net worth individual that's going to put 100 grand in there and be willing just to have, make a nice 25% return a year or something like that. That bot is not for you to pay the bills. All right? So that's why it's going to be offered to high net worth individuals that have 100 grand, 50 grand, 10 grand minimal to put into that bot, or it's really not worth it at all to even trade with. Understand? If you want to make real money, you got to day trade like the Lifer, where I make $500, $1,000, $3,000 a day. That's where the money's at. The bot is just an add-on to the trading journey. It's not an answer to everything. All right? Bang, bang, bang. So I like what I'm seeing here for the total market cap in all of the altcoins. Before you get into altcoins, I hope you're looking at Total 3. If Total 3 doesn't look bullish, you should not be trading altcoins. Period. For any reason. Let's take, unless you're shorting the shice out of them. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It's in a bit of a rising wedge with some bearish divergence. Look, it's swinging down while it's swinging up. Now, it could defy the bearish div, but it's got bearish div on the weekly. Wow. Do altcoins get some love here? Do we actually get some resistance? One would think no, Bitcoin's going to rip and rip to the upside. It will rip, rippy, rippy, rip. I mean, right now when I look at it, get rid of that. Right now when I look at it on the daily time frame, the daily looks pretty bullish. Bullish, right? It looks like it's going to make one of these flags and then get tighter and tighter and then likely break to the upside. Maybe it defies that weekly bearish div, but right now, let's see. And it also looks like it's going to go sideways for the next, 4 to 5 days, and then boom, right? It could, but if it comes and retest, if this does a bearish retest, we have a chance that altcoins get a little bit of love there. All right. So, hey, Sam, are you using the 200 EMA? I do not use EMAs. I use the MA, the simple moving average. Sam's the type of guy that make an onion cry. No, I can make an aspirin cry. So my dad used to say. You're the type of guy that could give an aspirin a headache. That's what my dad used to say. He said, Sam, you could give an aspirin a headache. Whenever I talk too much and he didn't want to hear me anymore, he's like, you could give an aspirin a headache, man. I'm serious. You could make a dog laugh. One of the three things my dad said all the time. Nothing's easy. You could give an aspirin a headache and you could make a dog laugh. And, and I was born at night, but not last night. That's another thing he liked to say. I'm actually amazed how that works. My 9-year-old Junior Walker's Sammy the Greatest. Yeah. That's hilarious, right? Yeah. So Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at Tether dominance now. You always want to look at Tether dominance when you're looking at Bitcoin dominance. It's going to give you the edge. I learned this one day. I sat down. I said, USDT.D. I said, well, if probabilities work, I figured out the probabilities worked. After trading for 10 years, I saw the probabilities played out. When stochastics were low in the daily, we usually pumped up. When they were high in the daily, we usually came down. Eventually, you could pinpoint the accuracy with the smaller time frames, and people get stopped out. But generally speaking, if you didn't even trade, your pops was a genius, man. Thank you, bro. Oh man. But so my pops is the man, dude. He's a good guy. God bless Jimmy Price, bro. He was a strong man. He was an iron worker. He didn't play no games. He rode a Harley Davidson that the Hells Angels built for him. 80. I said, Dad, where'd you get the bike? He goes, 81. I go, Dad, where'd you get the bike? I'm a young kid. He goes, 81. Now leave me alone. Don't talk about it again. And I was like, I had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't know 81 was Hells Angels. You know, he's like, now get out of the garage. I'll tell you when you're older. I'm like, so crazy, right? My dad's a guitar player, but he says, I'm from Oakland. I don't play. You're funny. From Australia, thoughts on Pepe. When my dad called me son, he didn't mean I was bright. You're funny. Been watching the stream to learn concepts. Been trading stocks since 2018. The gains have bought me a truck and a down payment for a home. God is good. Hey, God bless you, man. Been watching the stream to learn the concepts. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. Ban this Pepe guy. Yeah, he's gone. Don't worry. I don't even stress it. So tether dominance looks like it's going to boom. But no. Let's rework what we're looking at here. It isn't a bit of a flag, but it could be in a head and shoulder pattern, and it could be slumping. Right? And there's a bearish divvy here, too. Look, that swings down while that swung up. Bearish divergence. And we could say, you know, it was in a rising wedge here that's breaking down now, and that's going to start to collapse. So we want to see this. Maybe it gets a little bit of a retest, but boom, we want to see this dump. Shoulder, head, right shoulder retest, and a dump to the downside. That looks pretty good. We do have a golden cross on the daily, though, which is, but doesn't mean it does not, you know, you can, golden crosses can happen when you're sliding away. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to read it. Another thing that I look at is this is the top of a channel, and it's likely to come back to the bottom of the channel. I see tether dominance about to take a croaking dump to the downside. I think I lost an eyelash. You know, when like, I don't know what it was. Sorry to stop that energy. Let's get it back up and running. 11:15. Let's get into these altcoins and get it running. 88,400 still going well. Amen. When my son does something stupid, I tell him, come close. You guys are... you guys... Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what people were saying here today. He had a dream last night. We talked about it. School aid. He complained about the... you offer something... this guy. Come on, man. Yeah. Can we look at CELR from Tori? All you're saying, school aid, is you want the bot so bad that you can't handle it anymore. I get it. But again, it's not going to be your answer. You think the bot's your answer. That's why you're frustrated. The bot will never be your answer. All right? You got to do it yourself, man. Let's take a look at CELR from Tori. And he's been on CELR. He asks for CELR every couple of weeks here on this channel for the last like 3-4 years. All right? All right, I just wanted to get a track that I really, really appreciated here. Remember, no eat, no pay, man? I think we got to get some no eat, no pay back in here. No eat, no pay. Remember that, baby? I feel like I'm going to rock no eat, no pay later on today. If you're an OG, you know no eat, no pay. Like, they gave us nothing, bro. We made it all on our own. No eat, no pay, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gave us nothing. No eat, no pay. Wow, CELR has been a tough hold. If you got in early in 2020, I get. And then we bought the lows in 2022 thinking you were buying the bear market lows. You're back to those bear market lows again. CELR's been a tough hold for anybody, not like holding SWE or any of the newer chains that are actually way above where they were. SWE was 70 cents like a year ago, right? I mean, the thing is, it's at the bottom of its barrel. Like, who else is going to sell this thing? So CELR is at the bottom of its barrel. It's a quadruple bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottoms, quadruple bottom. And you expect to bounce if the market bounces. I mean, there's nothing else I could say. You're buying the bottoms, right? Like, it is what it is. Like, it came back down to that same range bound area over and over again. It seems to love a penny and a tenth of a cent there for CELR. Bitcoin struggling, 87,800 for BTC. Let's take a look. Spot looks okay, getting a little red there on the 1 hour time frame away for the 21-day moving average. We had a nice pump, getting oversold. Price action struggling a bit. Everything's a bit flat though. We're in a pretty good spot. Looks like we're just kind of in waiting. Go to your 50-minute time frame. It's away for the 21. I would flag out the 15. 15-minute makes another flag in the next hour or two and then pumps. If the 15-minute loses the 200 MA, you flip bearish and you get out of your trades and you reassess the situation. As long as the 15-minute stays above the 200 and stays inside flags, we're good to go. Like, we'll continue to pump. The 15-minute will show you the continuation patterns that you need to stay or get out of the trades. If we lose the 200 MA in the 15, the day's not really going that well. Something's sketching out, right? Let's do FARTCOIN as it continues to rip to the upside. Again, it is what it is. I mean, if it's hot, it's hot. You can say what you want, right? There it is. Wow, it's still got a $594 million market cap. Now they got a base FARTCOIN, which is at 28 million. Funny, last time we looked at it, we did say it was in a falling wedge, you know, at that bottom area, and it did bounce pretty nicely from 24 cents all the way back to 60 cents. I mean, FARTCOIN went up dang near a 3x. Now what? Well, you can also put on the same type of indicators. I do RSI and stochastic. And you can see it's overbought on the stochastics RSI, which is usually never a good place for me to get in probability-wise. And then on top of that, I'll shrink these down. All you really need is to add here indicators at MAs. Hit that twice. And then what I do is I turn... Oh, sorry, I don't know what I did there. I guess I deleted one accidentally. We're going to add another MA there. Funny, I watch a lot of streams, and even the streams that are entertaining, the guys sit there and just kind of look at the charts the whole time. They don't talk to you. They don't inspire you. They don't say much. I still find the streams like cool. Like I was watching some, I don't even mention because I guess it's pointless, but I was watching someone and it was cool. I was like, this is interesting. But it was like, I didn't learn a lot as much as you learn on my stream. You know what I mean? Like you know what it is, man, is I've been through a lot in my life. People have wasted a lot of my time. My biggest pet peeve is wasting someone's time. I don't want to waste your time. If you're going to be here, I want to at least entertain you for a second, right? Which will make you smile and laugh. I want to teach you something interesting. I want to give you some life lessons that I have acquired over time. If I can do those three things while you're here and give you some gains, then I've accomplished my goal, right? And that's it. Watch this flag on FARTCOIN. See how the 21 interacts with price action. It may get one more pump, but watch how the 21 interacts with price action here. And that's how I would watch FARTCOIN, but it definitely looks like it's ready to go, and it broke out, and it's starting its next big journey back to $1.66. Could definitely almost double or more from here. And it is what it is. It's one of the hotter coins in the game. You say whatever you want. FARTCOIN is hot right now. Right? Whether you want it to be or not, FARTCOIN is hot. Right? All right, moving forward, let's go to... So Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance. I want to look at the NASDAQ with you guys right now and the S&P and show you that we do cover the nasty Nas. So earlier today, we saw a bull flag on the 5-minute time frame, suggesting that the Nas would break out of the flag. When I put it out, though, it got a little shifty. It came back down, did not stop out, did not lose the 200 MA, right? And then it got to pump to the upside. Look at the nasty Nas doing damage out the bull flag. The NQ hit it. And thank God that we got through all that audio and we still got our 2,000 beautiful souls here on the live. Shout out to everybody here. I never want to miss a lifer. I want all the lifers to make sure that they get gains with us. I can't even believe what just happened. We nailed a bunch of trades on this live today, right? I can't even believe it. I don't even believe it. How? How did we do that? So NQ bull flag. Let's take a look at the NQ. I'm going to assess it for you from the very beginnings to the ends. I've been talking about the NQ bouncing. I've been telling you the money print to go brrr, and they got to start printing money. Quantitative easing. They're stopping selling. They were selling off securities. You know that, right? First, they were buying securities. The Federal Reserve buying the stock market. Then they were selling off securities. Then they recently said they're going to wane how much they're selling, which told me money print to go brrr, right? And when I heard that, I knew that the NASDAQ was going to bounce because I've been through this story before. Now, everyone else looked at the charts and got super bearish because the charts didn't look too good. There was bearish div. We lost a falling rising wedge, you know. But I saw the inverted head and shoulder. I saw hidden bullish divergence. This swung to the upside. Well, this swung down. That's hidden bullish. That tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. Pull a Fibonacci. You're at the 786 fib. That's a money printer on the NASDAQ. So all you guys who trade the money printer, trade the money printer on the weekly. Learn how to macro your small time frames, and you will be up. Then you'll be able to money print with with big money, right, on big time frames. That's the key. That's how you're gonna really change. Eventually, you're gonna stop trading small time frames. You're only gonna trade the weekly with massive amounts of money. You're gonna turn 10 mil into 20 mil, right? It's gonna take you 18 months. See what I'm saying? Like once you get another 10 mil, you'll double it. The key is, as a trader, we've been doubling money, 100 grand to 200, 200 to, yeah. So we're not afraid once we get a chunk. The key is to learn this slowly, so when you get the chunk, you actually can handle the percentage. You can trade that big time account, right? Slowly but surely, you're going to get there, but you're going to work your. I trade position sizes I never would have dreamed of right now. I scalp for $100,000. I never did anything like that. This is insane. You know what I'm saying? So I amaze myself every day. You will too. You're going to get to places you never thought possible. You think when I opened my first trade, I was going to be live trading in front of 2,000 people with a suit on? You think that's what I thought was going to happen to me? Come on, man. This was God's will. God had a plan for me, and I decided to go with it. God had a plan. God wanted my channel to grow. God wanted me to continue. God said, hey, I'm going to open a pathway for this man. And I'm telling you right now, by God's good grace is the reason I'm here with you, and no other reason. I almost died a few times. I went through a glass door, bleeding through my main artery there. They had to sew me up right in my wrist. Hard to see, but it's a nasty scar on my main wrist right there. Like, I touch it every time I even think of having a bad day, because I'm not dead today. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't die. So you have to understand, everyone's like, how do you trade the way you trade? How do you deal with the money and the ups and downs? Because I've always lost my life. They dumped the market. I was down, $500,000 unrealized. I don't care. Millions of dollars realized at one point if you go over my, the BTC holdings and everything, but who cares? Money doesn't make me. Money didn't build me up. Money isn't everything. My experiences made me. The fact that I almost died and came back, man, made me, right? Like, those things I can't buy. Like, the things that made me strong, I could never buy. I could never buy the things that made me strong. And so I know money's cool and it adds to life, but it does not make you. The experiences make you. Your ups and downs make you. Your trials and tribulations make you. When you do something good for people, even though no one's watching, that's when you build up who you are. When you do the right thing, even though when God knows you're doing the right thing, when no one else knows but God. Amen. So I see the NASDAQ on a beautiful pump to the upside out of hidden bullish divergence. Nobody else called out this hidden bullish. Nobody in the space. I didn't see anyone on Twitter anywhere. That's hidden bullish divergence. That tells you you're going to 90% break this high before you break this low. So far, we're on the way. It's going to take some time. The consolidation will take time. I don't see us breaking out till June. But then we're on our next leg to the upside, right? And then you can also see the measured move of the flag, because it should make an ascending triangle. You see? I figured this out one day, and it will be a cup and handle. The cup and handle is the inverted head and shoulder, is the ascending triangle. Bitcoin back above 88,000. As long as we stay above 88, we are going to get so paid today. It's going to be ridiculous. Stick to my tried and true strategies with the 200 MA on the 4 hour, the daily. Stay focused. Don't leave. Keep yourself honed in. This is where the money is, baby. Let's go. I sniff out these gains, man. Let's go. So the NASDAQ looking interesting to me. The S&P futures, same story, morning glory. Hidden bullish divergence. Your RSI swinging down. Your stochastics are oversold, but yet you got a higher low. People don't know their TA, man. That is hidden bullish divvy, bro. On the weekly, you get hidden bullish on the weekly like once in a blue moon. Here was the last time we somewhat had it right there. As this definitely came down, but this went up. That was the last time we had it right there, November of 23. It was 2 years, a little under 2 years since we've seen it. It's very rare. Yeah, we had it here again. That was swinging up and this swung down there too again. But you can see this is the money printing, because the chart is reacting to the fact that they're not letting the stocks go down anymore. Here's another, every time I see hidden bullish, babe, it plays out beautifully. So I'm looking for this of the S&P. And yes, you can call me daddy, and you know who you are. I shouldn't. I just can't stop. I'm too much, man. I'm too much. But hey, I at least I know I'm too much. You know what I mean? Like, If I was too much and I didn't know I was too much, then it would be too much. But I know I'm too much, so it's okay. Hey. I'm just trying to have fun out here. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So, hey, can we... shoulder, head, right shoulder. Can we get the bounce to the upside? I'm just one of the good old boys. If you're from the Bronx or Brooklyn, you'll know me right away. Hey, tree over there. Tree guys. They came around. They threw the bag. Hey. So I'm looking for the S&P to make it inverted head and shoulder too. I just elaborated on the NASDAQ. I don't really go over it here. And then let's talk about the DXY. The DXY looks to me like it's attempting to move. And it did break out this little flag, right? And the DXY could pump with Bitcoin. Don't get me wrong, right? Like Trump tends to like them to kind of go together a little bit. But it's funny, you almost have the same channel that Bitcoin's in. You're in the rising wedge channel. Like Bitcoin is in a channel, like a rising channel too. So I guess they're somewhat correlated right now. It's saying, hey, if Bitcoin bounces, so will the DXY. So I guess we're going to get a pump together. Again, that says we could pump, so it could be a dump for Bitcoin, but they're not always inversely correlated. 80%, I'd say 90% of the time, but there's 10% they're not. 10% they're not. All right. Dude, what if I hit you with a Nerf dart? It hit the lens, right off the lens. Oh, did that make you jump out of your seat? I'm just wild and crazy. Price action barely moving, but I've had so much fun. Now, we've made some good trades today. We've took some scalps. Nilion continues to show that it could be kind of something interesting and new. Again, it pumped up the VC. Again, I like what Martini guy said. People got into this thing at 002, and then they're already up 50x, right? That's what happens, man, to this stuff. But that's why I scalp and take whatever I can get. All right. Let's go to Crypto Rank and see what's trending on the day here. See what coins we got. We got trending coins, top 100 coins, recently listed coins. I told you, I really like this Redstone. It's showing signs of life. It came out new when the market was like just kind of bouncing, and it never took too big of a hit. ZK Sync back at 8 cents. That thing up 17%. Layer 0 stays on my radar. SWE at 248, man. SWE kind of getting that move, man. I told you I like to buy for SWE at $2, and SWE looks hot where it was at. So I do like where SWE is sitting. I got to go down, not up. That's what it is. Yeah, there we go. But then it makes me dark. Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's a balance. There's a balance somehow, some way. Do you have more light? Yeah, more light. MC more light. Remember more light? He fought. No, that's crazy. Anyway, Incentive, Walrus, Clink Finance, Rebor, all new coins on my radar. You definitely want to research these. I'm going to give these to the group. Research these. Right? DYOR, stay on these, because this is how, in a week from now, these could be the coins that are pumping when the market comes back frothy, because they're new. And people are going to be like, oh, what's this new coin? New coins tend to get a lot of liquidity because it's new, right? Everyone knows the girl at school. The new girl walks in. Every dude's looking at her, right? Why? Because she's the new girl, man. It's the same with the coins. All right? It's the same with the coins. Redstone, Bitcoin, Nilion, Incentive, Walrus, Clink, Rebor, Layer 0. Wow, we got some 20% gains. Plume Network is also on my radar. They're grinding. Solana holding 145. Never Panic Sell. XRP 245. I like XRP. So we're going to look at XRP. We're going to look at Solana. There's some trades out here. Cardano also looking pretty good. Bedrock on my radar. They build on Plume, as I've been told. Ton's been actually interesting recently. I put out a trade for that. Egan Layer. And wow, I mean, all coins aren't too bad, right? We're getting some 19, 20%. Let's take a look at the bubbles and see what's happening to the bubbles here. In the last hour, ACT nil, not much else. AP13 also still getting some movement in the last day. All right, not too much love, but in the last week, some green kind of starting to move here. We see some 60, some 50, some 67% gains. All right. So let's deep dive now. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. I'm going to be looking at the super chats. If you want me to go over a coin, talk about something, break it down, whatever it is, let me know. Let's have some fun. Thoughts on XCN, bull flags, please. Looks epic to me. XCN is in the buy zone as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look at XCN. And thank you so much for the super chat, Ali G. That's very nice of you. I hope you're the real Ali G. That would be so cool. I can't wait till someone famous really likes my stream and then helps it get big. It's only a matter of time, right? Someone big's gonna like it. Like Russell Brand, someone's gonna be like, you know what, I like this guy's stream. And they're gonna be like, I'm gonna put him on my podcast, and then it's gonna blow up, right? That's what's gonna happen. I'm manifesting it right now. Someone bigger than me is gonna have me featured on a podcast or something. They're gonna be inspired by what I do, and it's gonna help me grow. And that's how I'm gonna grow. And then I'm gonna get to another one, then I'm gonna start my own podcast from there. And then I'm gonna start the other thing that I got going on in the back of my mind here, and then we're gonna hit the $1 billion, baby, in 7 years. I got a 7-year plan to hit $1 billion. Maybe it'll take 10. I'll be 52 years old, and I'll hit my first Billy. Again, I know a little later than most, but it's okay. Bitcoin struggling, 87,789, not getting the love right now. Not getting the love, all right? We may, I showed you, we could get a double top of the 1 hour. We could always dump. Always be open-minded that it's not perfect. But, I mean, you're at the 886 retracement. This is basically the lowest you can buy something. The 3-day is beat to the ground. And you still got some hidden bullish, too, which tells you they could get the bounce to break that high before you ever revisit the low. But I like XCN. It tends to move with XRP. Let's take a look at XRP, which could be getting an ETF soon. A lot of people talking. It's getting speculation. That alone just gets it, gets the buns flowing, right? You know what I'm saying? The buns. Yeah, the hot buns, you know what I mean? But it gets it going, you're like, whoa. Like the Cinnabons, you know what I mean? You can smell the hot buns cooking. It gets the buns cooking. That's what I think I meant to say. Don't. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm saying. It's okay. It's okay. I see XRP breaking out of this. Now, if Bitcoin dumps, then the whole thing will dump. But I see XRP getting a move. Breaking out of this, retesting 261 and getting a nice pump to the upside. I would watch XRP very closely. If something pumps sooner than later, I mean, XRP is in waiting, about to break out, and it's getting so tight. It is a symmetrical triangle. They mainly break down. So if this dumps, don't be surprised. And the DXY looks like it could pump. You never know. We could be getting black swan here. You got to be open-minded. I'll show you. We'll lose the 50-minute 200 MA. I'll put an alert. Then I'll lose the 1 hour. Then I'll be, guys, this is bearish. I'll be able to tell you when things are getting bearish pretty quickly. So don't worry. You will not be sideswiped by price action. All right? It'll all come to fruition at the right time when it's supposed to. Yeah. So there's some money out here, but it's still sketchy. You got to kind of pick your poison, find out the coins that you want to trade, and I'm still not all in and on all coins. Like we're going to trade 5 to 10 altcoins a night. We're going to put out tons of charts. We're not there yet. Well, we will get there. When we get there, you will know. I will be posting so many altcoins, it'll be absolutely insane. Oh yeah, it's SUSDT. See, I'm like, where's my Phantom? Crazy they picked S, right? So Phantom got a pump. It pumped, then it dumped, then it pumped again. It got a flag move on the daily to the upside. This was its little flag right here. Broke out the flag beautifully. Last 2 days, S has been on the move, right? So you can see there's definitely some movement in these altcoins, specifically the premier coins with good ecosystems. And, basically, why do I like, why is it pumping? So what do I mean by a good ecosystem? Well, it actually has, a DEX. It has a place where you can stake and earn. It's a moving ecosystem. Like Phantom has a lot going on, or Sonic has a lot going on for it. And it's been around for a long time. Andre Kanje build too. He's a known builder in the space, and he backs it heavily. So it gives it that je ne sais quoi, right? The 3-day chart looks okay, but not enough for me. Let's take a look at the 4-day. 4-day just getting above the 200 MA, but not near the 21. So here's the dilemma, right? I flag out. And this may not make sense to you, but to me, it's just beautiful. When the 21 interacts back with price action, I'll think about taking a look. I just need to put a line here, somewhere right there. In about 16 hours, it'll tell me. And then I'll right-click the line, add an alert on the line. And I can even add an alert on the low stochastics, because when the stochastics get low, we're usually oversold. I'd like to know when that happens. 87,700 for Bitcoin. Let's get back into BTC. What are you doing to me, Bitcoin? So look, now it looks like it hit the top of the channel, and this may want to come all the way back down to the bottom of this channel. This may be what we're doing here. bottom, top, bottom, and we may get real tight before the bigger breakout to the upside. There's a bearish div on the indicator telling us that there's a little bit of a struggle. 87,750 on the futures, 87,830. So it does look like we're going to kind of come back to the bottom of this channel. It doesn't mean we're overly bearish, but in the short terms, there could be a little bit of a pullback. Look at even the 1 hour getting a little overbought here. Again, this channel may be tighter. So let's remove this. And shout out to anyone. I mean, we took a nice scalp. And we'll look at the 4 hour. If the 4 hour decides to lose that 200 MA, it's a wrap too as well. So the 1 hour looks like it's going to come back down with a lower high. You know, I'm just, you know, you got to be open-minded here. The 4 hour stays above the 200 MA. I stay bullish. Really no reason to leave this trade. So until the 4 hour loses the 200 MA, no reason to lose that other trade that I got cooking. And that's where we sit. That's where we stand. We get above 88,500. We're gone, baby, gone. So it looks like a little pullback in the smaller time frames, but nothing too crazy. The 4 hour of the daily still looks strong to me. So don't get too emotional on these small little moves. All right. We still got a week's trade open there, right? Yep. And that's with a stop loss at break even. All right. Where are we at right now? 11:39 on the stream. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. God's grace is amazing. Where do my people go, man? Why do we lose 100 people, man? Come on, baby. Let's go. Shout out to the 1,918 beautiful souls in the stream. 727 likes. $25 in chat revenue. May God bless you. Shout out to Lazaro Alberto. Shout out to Ali G. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to School Aid. Shout out to Jeff Perry, and Sabu Mafuna. Thank you so much for becoming an exclusive lifer on the YouTube channel. That's very, very nice of you. If you look at the 1 hour time frame, the 1 minute actually looks interesting. It looks like it may bounce out of this flag. And as long as the 1 hour stays above the 200 MA, we also have a bullish possibilities here for a bigger move. So all is well that ends well. We're going to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, one candle at a time. I'd love 88.8 very soon, though. That would be awesome. The daily could pin the smaller time frames. I put more faith on that 4 hour in the daily than anything else right now. And so I'm trading the 4 hour and the daily time frame, as you can see clearly. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Yeah, I can sing. I've been singing for years. I can't sing, man. Come on. I believe I can do anything you want. If you can talk, you can dance. If you can walk, if you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance. Old African proverb, right? Thoughts on XCM? We got it. No more super chats, anybody? Nothing else? No coins you want to go over? Nothing you guys have? No ideas, thoughts, things you want to show me? Dang, man. This used to be the stream where I learn about so many awesome coins every single day. Where my people's at? Where my people's at? Teach us the way. Send us. You guys tell us what's going on, what's hot. That's how the show eventually evolved. I like Jitto, BitTensor, Tau. I'm going to look at Tau. Tau's been on my radar. We got into Tau early. $60, right? Jamie actually figured out Tau was hot very early, put it on my radar. Shout out to Jamie for that at 80. And then, I mean, the rest is history, right? It's still sitting at 260s, 240. So it's still up a 3x from when I first bought it. It never went into real bear market status like the rest of the coins. And it's got this cup and handle with the double bottom. I see this as a double bottom, going to bounce to the upside. You look at your 3-day chart, very oversold. This is accumulation for Tau. One of the best places to get in, one of the best AI coins in the game. Yeah, so, but you do you. But there's definitely an opportunity right there for sure, in my humble opinion. Let's take a look at ONDO. I like where ONDO's sitting too right now. ONDO is a buy zone for me. You do what makes you happy, though. Okay, I am not a financial advisor, but I like where ONDO sits at the present moment in time. It's not ONDO, it's ONDO. Funny, ONDO. So look, it got rejected by what? The 4 hour 200 MA away from the 21. That's okay. We know we have some support here. We know we have new support there. All we want now is for the flag to form on the 4 hour time frame. If this forms a flag, we're all, we take it. So what you do is, look, I'm always setting up multiple trades, multiple ideas, multiple targets, multiple alerts. All right. And right there, boom, 105, right? Yes. NOWK on Solana. Can we look at Airweave? It looks primed and ready. Thank you, Mike Reinhardt. Shout out to Roger Tremino. And shout out to everybody here. Let me get the jar back up and running. Maybe that's the problem too. We got to get that jar out there. How did the jar get moved over there? Funny, things get moved around some days on my stream, man. There's the jar. There's the jar, though, all right? Hit the jar up. Let it know that you love it, all right? ONDO looks good in the 4-hour time frame, and maybe if Bitcoin goes on a rip, the whole market just flies. If that's the case, we reinvent the flag up here. I'm showing you the best places to get in, not what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know how to get into the best form, and I know how to basically wait for those forms to form. I'm waiting for this form to form, right? And the 21-day moving average catches price. Stokes could be up here, but it'd be nice if they kind of came down and looped. And I see ONDO continuing, though. Getting ONDO below $1 is key. The fact that you got it at 74 cents just like 10, 12, 15 days ago. I mean, and I bought ONDO down here, man. You guys saw me do it. I said, these are the best things to buy. When the fear was at 10, that nasty dump day, I felt I had to buy the hottest things. I had to buy SWE, Bitcoin, and ONDO. Those are the three things that I bought when the market took a 10 in the fear and greed index. It's important, you know what I mean? That's just like, dang, right? When that's a 10, if you're not buying a 10, I don't know who you are. I can't tell you, because that means you're chasing the high. So if you're not buying a 10, I don't know, you know? I don't know what to tell you over here. And I don't play games. I show you what I'm doing. Look, up $2,700 on today's P&L. We got that whole Bitcoin right there that I bought at 84,000. We are up nice right now, almost up $4,000 on that, and multiple Bitcoins that I bought throughout that time. You know how many people in the world will never have 1.38 Bitcoin in their lives? I'm telling you right now, I am a privileged individual, and I know what God has blessed me. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. May you protect me from any harm that could come my way due to me being into Bitcoin. May you protect my family and everything. And remember, I stay strapped at all times. Every single day, I'm in the bathroom. All right? I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the jacuzzi. It's on the table. I just want to let it be known, man. Never catch me slipping. All right? You'll never catch me slipping, man. Straight up. Straight up. Bitcoin booming to the upside. I like what we're seeing here for the move. And I see this 4-hour about to just take off and rip. And you're going to get like this. We're likely going to get this leg to the upside here on the Vaz pattern. We're going to get a nice Ripley rip. Somewhere up to 90, into the 90s for BTC. And now we got a short squeeze coming. Now they got the bar, right? They raised the bar there, 88,500. And I tell you what, you're going to see a bunch of liquidity appear because they're going to think to short the market, and they're going to give us the exit liquidity to get us further to the upside. They're going to provide the movement up when they short too hard. And again, I could be wrong. We could double top of the 1, lose the 200 MA, and dump. At that point, I could even find a scalp on the 15-minute. I'll find a short for you if you need one. Everyone, I teach class the last Saturday of every month. It's going to be this Saturday. I can't wait to teach it. It is a very intense course. I love it. I give you guys my all. I leave you with a PowerPoint, a 9-point checklist, exactly what I'm looking at before you get into a trade. I will help you. I will teach you. There's proper risk management in there too as well. How to find what to put inside the trade using an equation. How to look at your stop loss. It'll blow your mind. I think you'll absolutely love this one. So jump on into class. It's $150. People are charging $2 to $3 grand. I've took a class for $3 grand that had all this in it. And I condensed it into a 3-hour course that you can replay anytime. And then I give you homework to work on it. Then watch my stream. You don't have to go and take a 6-week course where you go each week and they give you a little bit each time. That's a waste of time, in my humble opinion. I know a bunch of people use that model because they want to see you go through each thing. I thought about that model. We'll do some of that. We're developing some things, but for the most part, I think you take this course, you do the homework I taught you to do on a monthly basis. It's going to give you like 40 hours of homework. You're going to have a lot of homework. You're going to have work to do that you're going to have to put in the work. Instead of watching Netflix, instead of hanging out with your friends, instead of going to the bar, you got to now start putting in some work. You got work to do. You're with the lifer. You can't play those games you used to play before. Let's take a look at Airweave. And Bitcoin's been somewhat sideways throughout the stream, right? It is what it is. I showed you my sauce. We'll go from there. It may take all day. Tuesday is one of my favorite days to trade. It has good liquidity. It lacks false moves. It's a great day to trade. I like Tuesday. I talked about Airweave right there. It did hit the target. It continued to pump. A little bit of a squeeze there. And then Airweave was in a beautiful flag here on the 1 hour. About to break the 200 MA. Now, you could have front run that, right? And then boom. That's got a measured move. That thing looks like it's ready to move. Again, you don't chase that green candle. You look for the 5 minute and you look for a bull flag on the 5 minute time frame. Airweave looks bullish to me. The 1 hour looks good and the 5 minute looks good as well. You nailed it. You just gave us a nice one. Yeah, I would watch Airweave. Likely that could get a pump. Watch out for this squeeze just because there's less of us out here. But Airweave looks like on the smaller time frame, it could pump all the way up to about 836 and then maybe complete a bigger move on that bigger time frame all the way up to about $8.61, right? Airweave, baby, Airweave. AI, USDT. And then you've got that, the resistance here at about, what, 778. But once you crack that, you're gone. Because the 1 hour broke out, it looks bullish. The small time frame flag is likely to continue to play out, too, as well. You're above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. One hour has bullish. 1 hour is bullish. You see, I use a smaller time frame and a bigger time frame, whittle my way in there to see what's happening. Bitcoin back to 87.8. It's just, this is a game it keeps playing in this range. Again, the small time frames do look like they may pull back a little bit. The big time frames look bullish. If the small time frames collapse and lose 200 MAs, then I give up on the bigger longs. I reassess and we have to go from there. That's my strategy. That's how I play it. It keeps the losses small and it keeps us protected. And we can kind of see where the probabilities will take us. All right. Man, we took gains today already, so we paid the trader multiple times. So, hey, Sam, what do you think of Salsa Swap, the most used DEX on Hedera? I mean, it's interesting, right? I remember when we first looked at it not too long ago. I actually remember when it first almost came out. I mean, Hedera's got some love, right? Let's take a look at Saucer Swap here. Saucer Swap. It's got that Hedera address. Can you DEX screen that? How did that happen? I don't remember doing that. That's funny. Oh no, the address is like numbers. So Hedera uses numbers for the addresses. Okay, interesting. Saucer Swap with it wrapped H-bar, V1. They got it on Next C2 as well for Sauce. Hedera's hot because it's unique, right? I don't love it. It's like, I don't know. It's not my favorite, like, performing coin as X's. Like, I'm going to make a 10, 20X. But it is unique. And it uses hashgraph technology, which is different than blockchain. Hedera hashgraph, and some people say, what if that becomes the future? Hashgraph takes over blockchain. That's what people don't realize, how early we are. We're dealing with new technologies. Eventually, blockchain may get thrown out the window, and we may use a different consensus. We don't know exactly what we're going to be using in the future. That's what the scary thing is when you speculatively invest, because you never know what's going to change the world truly. All right. Please look at coin stock. Thank you. We'll take a look at coin. Would you look at Doge, please? We'll look at coin and Doge. Thank you so much for the super chats. We'll also look at NOWK on Solana. I mean, that's a double bottom there, and that's like the lowest you can buy it at, right? So if you believe in Hedera and you think Hedera is going to go up, this is likely going to make more multiples than Hedera. So if Hedera pumps, then Saucer Swap will follow. From 5 cents to 13 ain't bad, right? Let's take a look at NOWK on Sol. Okay. Where privacy meets community. I mean, right off the bat, I like the flag that it's making here. The market cap is tiny, though, so I don't know. It's like, this is below $1 million, so you're taking a shot at something extremely, extremely new. Very high risk. Again, I always do this. We grab this. We go to anti-rug agent. and we're gonna go and put that in. Try another. We're gonna put the contract address in there. It's got a nice score, man. So it's got a nice safety score. It's locked. 450 wallets exist. Top holders do own a lot of it, though. You know, but that's what happens at the beginning as it gets distributed. But, you know, 77. Interesting. They give it a good score. So it doesn't look like a rugger. That flag could likely play out, too, as well. I mean, that's bullish. Ascending triangle. On the 1 hour time frame, it's consolidating bullishly after a pump. I don't know, you may be onto something. Who knows? You never know. I don't think I'm going to touch it, but I'm just not ready to speculate just yet. That's not in my bones yet. Let's take a look at coin stock, but thank you for giving that to us. So now we know something we didn't know before. I appreciate that. Let's take a look at coin. And thank you for all the super chats today. Today was an awesome stream. Felt like a bull market stream, man. Really good. So coin had the huge pump up to 332. Looked great. Then came back down to 2 when the market ripped down. I see them printing money. I see anything that has anything to do with tech on the S&P moving. NASDAQ too as well. So this is that same look. It has the inverted head and shoulder that the S&P. See, when you trade the S&P, you're trading the biggest stocks in the S&P. So if the S&P has the inverted head and shoulder, so does coin. So coin's likely to make it. That's probably your buy zone right there. Probably one of the last chances to buy coin at that low price before it rips. And Coinbase is going to continue to make money. Think about it. And now they're in with the government and they're removing all the regulation. They were pumping when the government was against them and there was a bunch of nonsense going on. Now they're with the government, and like the government is even working with how to. I saw that the US is working with Coinbase of how to find what was sold, and they're going to kind of buy back what they sold. Like the Biden agent, they were really selling Bitcoin like they probably didn't understand it. I honestly can't believe someone of that high in a government can't understand Bitcoin, but it's true. Bitcoin is a little complex. Like, people don't understand it because it takes everything people don't know about computers and everything people don't know about money, and it combines it. And that's why most people are confused by it. See, I was already a computer guy. I took them apart. I was already playing around. I was a techie guy. So it made sense to me when I got into Bitcoin. It just, and I was into finance, and my last name was Price. It all came together. But I get it. Maybe I was destined to understand Bitcoin at a very early, it didn't take me long. Other people, I sit there and explain it to them for years, and they still look at me and they have no idea. They're like, I don't get it. I can't buy it. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, don't worry. Just know that I know what it is, and that it'll get you rich. And I said this for years. I told them 100K was coming. No one believed me. They thought I was out of my mind. And now here we are, right? So anything is possible. Only time will tell. But we'll take this one step, one moment at a time. 87,700 seems to be our flat zone for the day for Bitcoin. Coin looks interesting. A buy zone to me for coin with the oversold 3-day chart and a double bottom right there telling me that that's a likely punch to the upside. Coin will be somewhere $600. And that's a 3x on your money, in about what? About a year and a half, about a year from now, a little over under a year, June of 2026. Can we look at TOSHI? Just curious about it. We'll take a look at TOSHI and Chester. We'll look at DOGE. Let's take a look at DOGE and TOSHI. And thank you for the super chats. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless you all for the super chats. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Doge getting the bounce off the Tutoring. I talked about it yesterday. I believe this is a beautiful buy zone for Doge. It's actually up since we went over it already, up 5 or 6%. And went over yesterday. I see Doge as a screaming buy right now, and it will head back up to 54 cents and beyond. But yeah, I see Doge as a screaming buy. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. I will never tell you what to buy or sell, and I am not a financial advisor. There's a tiny coin there that nobody knows about, NOWK there, that just came out. I don't own any, so it doesn't matter to me. TOSHI was hot. It had that run up out of nowhere for a while, and then it had that run down, just like every meme coin does. It is the premier meme for base. I believe it's Brian Armstrong's cat, if I'm correct. TOSHI. If the whole market comes back, TOSHI will come back, but it's sketchy because it's a meme. And it recently had a run up when the whole market wasn't doing that well too. So it's in its own little cycle. It's very low. You'd have to believe in this and really think it will come back. Not a lot of utility there. So I only buy things with utility like that, but you never know. Bitcoin getting a bounce off 69 back to 750. I like it. I like it. Signs of life that the 4-hour will continue this plow to the upside. Wow, what a stream, what a day, what a time to be alive. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. And look at that. What an ad, huh? We should get ads like that. Those ads run pretty well, right? We should make some stuff like this, Jamie. I don't know, maybe it's annoying. But if you want to join my trading group and get, like, for instance, this morning I put out a beautiful trade. Let me show you the trades that I put out. I didn't even get a chance to brag about the trades I put out this morning that hit for gains. Crazy, right? It was awesome, though. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the charts, and at first I told my wife, I said, I'm having a hard time. I can't really see what's going on. Like, I don't see. And then I saw at the last minute, I saw this flag right when she was next to me. I said, I'm confused. I said, wait, no, I'm not. That's a falling wedge. I said, a double bottom. I said, low stochastics. I said, man, that's about to pump to 88,131. I said, I see a big move coming here for Bitcoin. And boom. And then the 4 hours holding well above the 200. I also said, hey, there's a good chance to take the 4-hour trade. Both of these trades went green. And then look at the 15-minute trade within, I put out when I'm getting in too. I said, look, I took a 15-minute long scalp here, high risk. Right when I get in, I post. Like the second I get in, 9:03. No drawdown. 9:12, 9 minutes later, huge candle, right? I nailed the entry. It continued, second huge candle. Now look at that huge candle. Now 2 huge candles. It was awesome. There was no drawdown. This trade pumped from the second I entered it. It only went up. Then 3 big candles to the upside. And then it just boomed all the way to the target. And that was just an absolute monster of a trade. And it was awesome. Then the market started playing games, going up and down. All right. And then you could see how this thing just continued to pump to the upside on the scalp. Then I scalped this 1 minute right here. We cracked the 200 MA and I scalped the 1 minute. And I got in here. Bang, bang, bang. And I scalped about, 270 off that trade. That thing boomed. I was up 337 at one point. And that was a nice, beautiful scalp too as well. So 2 beautiful scalps, one on the 1 minute, one on the 15, both played out. And I've been working hard all morning long. You can see how much I post, what I'm talking about. I went over the NASDAQ, the S&P, all sorts of stuff. So stay focused with me. It's not easy to stay focused with me because I work hard and I'm always on it. But if you can, you're going to have to get your lifestyle situated to stay focused with me. The greatest thing about hanging out with me is you're going to get focused. You're going to have to stop drinking, stop hanging out with the people that are low frequency, and you're going to have to start hanging out with high frequency individuals that push you to your biggest potential. See, a lot of people want to hang out with low frequency people because low frequency people don't push you, so it's easy to stay in your comfort zone. See, everyone wants to stay in their comfort zone. When I'm live right now, it's uncomfortable. I could say something, do something, and so I'm always in a state of uncomfort when I'm live because, right? But I got comfortable being live. A lot of people are uncomfortable live, like they would not be comfortable right now being live in front of 2,000 people, right? But you get comfortable being uncomfortable. Uncomfortability is where the magic happens. That's where you make the most money. That's where the biggest billionaires, millionaires, they're always looking for a state of uncomfortability to push themselves into so they can manage how to stay comfortable in those. You're never really comfortable, though. You like being in a state of discomfort because you're going after, you want to be in a state of change. You want to be in a state of progression. Nothing happens when you keep it exactly the way you want it. You stay in that cushy little job with that cushy little life. Like I had a night shift, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. After 4 years, I was cushy in my night shift, right? I was getting, I could do this at work, right? I didn't have a boss watching me because I was the only one there. I could do whatever I wanted at work, get away with whatever I wanted to do, be immature. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the night shift gave me a reason to stay stagnant, to stay immature. Now, again, I got somewhere with it. God still had a plan for me, even though I didn't. You know what I mean? And that's, I believe God is still somehow pushing us and helping us get places, even when we think we're not doing anything. And so, yeah, I love trading M coin contracts. Yes, I mainly trade on my biggest trades. I trade M coin. Yeah, I trade Bitcoin collateral on MEXC. 100%. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Ada Sam, shout out from Ricardo. God bless you. Let's take a look at Cardano. Nothing really changed from yesterday, though, my buddy. Well, let's take a look at Cardano and see what's happening with Cardanza beans. Garbanzo beans, right? The whole market's going to follow Bitcoin. Understand? Number one, right? That's the first thing. Once ADA gets above the 200 MA on the 4-hour time frame, we're going to go. Bitcoin's like a day ahead of it. You see? But the same thing's going on. We're going to get above the 200 MA. I'd hope that Bitcoin pumps hard, pumping this candle up, pulling the 21, and then we make our flag here. And that's your next trade. Your next trade is the flag above the 4-hour time frame when the 21 touches price action. That definitely looked like a bottom buy for Cardano at 66. And then look at the bigger picture is you're in this bull flag that I see going to break out to 176 for Cardano. So I see big things happening for Cardano. It's in with the government. It's awesome. Like something I bought at 2 cents a long time ago is like, could be an asset that the government is buying in their reserves. Like, this is crazy to me. I own XRP, Solana. Like, I've been in this game for a long time, and now the government is making me rich. Thank you. I never thought this would happen. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. I mean, but again, to be in this position took years. I had to take a shot at Bitcoin when nobody cared. I had to keep pushing when everyone said I was a loser and laughed at me. My family and friends thought I was crazy when I bought Bitcoin at the dip of 3,000 after it went from 20,000 down. They told me I was buying insanity. I told them that they were insane. Now people congratulated me when Bitcoin hit 100,000. I got so many texts. Congratulations. You did say 100K a long time ago. You've been saying 100K since 10,000. You did it, Sam. You did it. I got so many congratulation texts when we hit 100K. It was almost like it was like my birthday or something. Yeah, things got rough for me just recently, but I grinded hard and almost back to where I was. Bro, when you put in those situations, you'll find out how really hardcore you are, David. And I'm telling you right now, you're a lifer now. You got the same concepts that I live on, so you can't lose now. You just can't. You're only going to continue to win, Dave. There's nothing that will stop you. You're never in a bad spot. You're only in a situation you need to get around. And you have the tools and the skills to do that, David. I love you, David. May God bless you, my friend. You've been with me since day one. One of the first people to believe in me, Dave. And that's why I'll always believe in you, my friend. All right? You'll always remember those who doubted you. Funny, right? Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Amen. Hey, Uncle Sam, check COLLAT. Yesterday, they did a small partnership with ONDO. COLLAT, like collateral, maybe, like, right? COLLAT, USD collateralize. Interesting. Hey, working with ONDO in a very small coin, you may be onto something. I appreciate you saying that. I don't like the volume. It's very low, but it looks interesting. I mean, it's going to have low volume when it first comes out, I guess, right? The VC sell-off looked like it happened on the exchange, and now we're back to where we could, that's why you never want to buy when it hits the exchange. Usually there's a VC sell-off. People that got in early are going to take advantage of those, the prices as they pump into retail, right? Look for that to consolidate. Likely it will. And make a handle there. There's your cup. A handle, and then it retests and breaks out. Target would take you to 3 0.6%. ONDO's hot right now and bottoming out. I see it going up, so anything associated could likely get some love. Hey, Sam and Lifer LM Group, did your Saturday class last September? And we'll be joining you again this Saturday for the second time. Always learning mindset training, being in your journey. Dude, that's so smart that you're going to take the class again. I think that's a very smart decision. May God bless you, brother. I do try to tweak it somewhat, so it's somewhat different each time. It's not exactly the same. So you'll get some incentive there, and you'll learn, and you'll have some fun. Thou shalt not convert your neighbor's country. You guys are so weird, man. Could you look at Ton? Everyone, I got to jump out of here for the day. It's 12:07. I'll look at Ton for Anton, and then I'm out of here for the day. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate you, brother. So Ton, I like Ton. It's tight, and the tighter it gets, the more likely it's going to pump to the upside. Ton getting very tight. Ton, baby, ton. Again, it's showing signs of life after this big push out of nowhere. It kind of seemed to punch more than other coins too. It's got a good ecosystem. It's got the Telegram app behind it. You got to think that's a big deal. Now, whatever happened to him? Remember, they grabbed that guy in France or something at the airport. Remember, there was something crazy there. I never found out what happened to him. Did he get out? Did he beat the case? Is he still in prison? What happened to the Telegram founder there? The Ton guy. I see this in a symmetrical go either way. Look for it to bounce. Once it bounces, it gets tight. I see it going to $4. Yeah. He was released last week. Interesting. All right, everybody, I'm going to jump on out of here for the day. You see my thoughts on BTC. You see what I'm looking at for the rest of the day. All right. Sammy with the fresh haircut shop as always. Amen, man. I learned about financial freedom the last 2 years through Sammy. It changed my way I see things. Learn now. Shout out to Jesse Lotta Verde, man. God bless you, Jesse. Thank you. I made $25K in the trading group, most of it because of bad discipline. I'll get back soon, brother. God bless you, El Ray. I'm so sorry. Man, you made massive money, man. The second you make $25K in a trading group, take $15K and put it aside and go back to trading $10K. So if you lose the $10K, at least you got some gains, right? Shout out to my wife for the really cool outfit she picked out today. I thought she did a really great job, actually, when I look at it now. It's pretty interesting and fun. So shout out to her for doing that. Love is love. Pretty cool. Everybody, I love you. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I will catch you on the flip side. I will be back tomorrow morning. No live stream tonight, unless you never know. There could be something crazy happen, some huge pump. If something happens crazy, I come back and I do a live. But thank you for kicking it through the audio issues. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened there, but we made it through. Shout out to the 1,578 people still here. Shout out to the 848 likes. Can we get 1,000 likes? Come on, man. 1,000 likes every single day would be awesome. I know there's thousands of people there that did not hit the like button. Do your part. Hit that like button. Help me out. And God will bless everyone that did that. Dear Lord, thank you for the 858 likes that you did give me. I'm so blessed and grateful for those. And I know when I'm grateful, I receive more. So I'm grateful for what I did receive. Amen. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful stream. It all went as great as it could go. I hit live trades in front of everyone. I felt good. I felt like I taught a lot of people. We had a good time. And the technology worked, right? So all things had to come together for this stream to come together, and it did. So, dear Lord, thank you. I woke up today healthy, ready to go. Thank you. I woke up with a clear mind. Thank you. And I woke up with amazing people here on my stream. So blessings on blessings. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another beautiful, awesome, and amazing live stream. We'll do it again. Remember, all the billionaires, all the millionaires, anyone that's done anything beautiful with themselves, even just the school teacher that makes 60 grand a year, but she's the best in her county. You know, those are successful people. You know what? You know what they all know? The secret to success. You know what it is? It's getting started. Oh my God. I'm supposed to be gone now. We're back on. The Bitcoin's pumping. We're going to stay on for another 5 hours. This is going to be the longest stream ever. I was just joking on it. And nobody knows I'm so nuts. They're like, maybe he will. Maybe he is going to go live. But Bitcoin did start pumping again, 87,900. I like to see it. I like to see it. I like to see it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'll catch you on the flip side. I'll catch you in the trading group. I'll be in the group all day long with my peoples, man. You guys can have fun with me. Join the trading group. Go to CryptoLifer.com and hang out with the best of the best, baby. We make gains. We have fun. We have a positive mindset. We don't let any negative trolls in there. And we only have people that live in love and push themselves to the limit, baby. I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. God bless. The secret to success. Getting started.